Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about TDMA, time division multiple access. This is the another multiplexing scheme introduced in Mac under GSM network. Time division multiple access. In last classes we have discussed about SDMA and FDMA. This is the third multiplexing scheme introduced in Mac. So, compared to FDMA, this time division multiple access offers a much more flexible scheme which comprises all technologies that allocate certain time slots for communication. In FDMA, frequency is subdivided and allocated for each and every channel. Whereas in TDMA, apart from frequency, here it allocates certain time slots for communication for each and every mobile station. For each and every mobile device user, a separate time slot is given for communication. So that is the reason when compared to FDMA, it is considered as a flexible scheme. Because in frequency division multiplexing scheme, what happens? It follows a frequency hopping technique. In frequency hopping technique, always a receiver have to tune to the same frequency of the sender. Okay? Tuning into a certain frequency is not necessary in TDMA. That is, in TDMA, time division multiple access frequency hopping technique is not at all necessary, as it provides or allocates certain time slots for communication. So that is the reason time division multiple access offers a much more flexible thing. Okay, so here always receiver need not to be tuned to the same frequency of the sender. Using only one frequency is very simple for receivers and transmitters. But many different algorithms exist to control medium access. But as I already told you, listening to different frequencies at the same time is difficult. So this thing we have seen in FDMA. Sender receiver have to listen to the different frequencies of the sender, and then it has to tune to the sender's frequency, and then it forms a pair of channel. Then transmission is done between two mobile devices. But here at the last in FDMA we have discussed about disadvantages. That is, listening to different frequencies at the same time is little bit difficult, but listening to many channels separated in a time at the same frequency is simple. Listening to the different frequency at the same time, listening to different frequency is little bit difficult, because at the same time how can you listen to the different frequencies? But here listening to many channels separated by a time, means in different time slots, listening to many channels which is having the same frequency is very simple, because it is separated by time. So in different time slots you can hear many channels with the same frequencies. It is no matter whether it is having the same frequency or different frequency. There is no problem, because we are listening to the channel in different time slots, which is much simpler than FDMA. So here in TDMA, time division multiple access frequency hopping technique is not used, and this gives the advantage to time division multiple access, and that is why it is told that compared to FDMA, time division multiple access offers much more flexible. Okay, almost all MAC schemes for wide network works according to this principle only. So as I told you, the same MAC technology which is used in wide network is now introduced in wireless technology. So this scheme of listening to many channels separated in time at the same frequency is used in almost all wide networks, and it became advantage in wide network by using this type of scheme. Okay, here synchronization between sender and receiver have to be achieved in the time domain, as here for communication time slots are given. So as time slots are given, now synchronization between sender and receiver has to be achieved in the time domain. And again this can be done by using a fixed pattern similar to FDMA technique only. Okay, this using or synchronization between sender and receiver is again done by using a fixed pattern which is similar to FDMA technique, that is allocating a certain time slot for a channel or by using a dynamic allocation scheme. In FDMA what happened? We have allocated a separate frequency to separate channel. In the same way, here in TDMA, time division multiple access, time is allocated for each and every channel. There in FDMA, frequency is allocated for each and every channel, whereas here in TDMA, time division multiple access, time slots are given for each and every channel by using a dynamic allocation scheme. Allocating a certain time slot for a channel or using dynamic allocation requires an identification. Normally, in fixed schemes, in wide networks, there is no need of any identification. That lack of identification is considered as inflexible because it varies different bandwidth. But here, as we are talking about dynamic allocation, so dynamic allocation always requires an identification for each transmission, as this is the case for typical wide MAC schemes. Identification is necessary in dynamic transmission or dynamic allocation because transmission has to be announced beforehand only. Whenever you wanted to transmit the data, then the details or the information or the identification have to be revealed beforehand only. And MAC addresses are quite often used as identification. For all data transmissions, there will be a separate MAC address for each and every mobile device user and also base station. So for this identification part, MAC, medium access control address, is considered as identification, which enables a receiver in a broadcast medium to recognize if it is really the intended user of a message or not. So by looking at the MAC address itself, the receiver has to understand whether this is the message received from the correct user or not. And fixed schemes, as they do not require any identification, there will be different bandwidth requirements. So in TDMA, avoiding the frequency hopping technique and acquiring the time slots for each and every communication gives the good throughput when compared to frequency division multiple access. So the disadvantage which is seen in FDMA technique is now resolved by allocating a time slots for communication for channels in TDMA, and this is done by using TDM, time division multiplexing. Time division multiple access uses time division multiplexing TDM to allocate certain time slots for each and every channel. So we cannot say that this is also a perfect multiplexing scheme in transmitting the data without any collision or packet loss. There is also a problem, that is the reason many other schemes have developed under MAC. The upcoming multiplexing schemes introduced new techniques in TDM itself, in time division multiplexing itself, to avoid the problems seen in previous multiplexing schemes which are introduced under MAC. Okay, so there are few multiplexing schemes, time division multiplexing schemes only, like fixed TDM, classical aloha, slotted aloha, demand assigned multiple access, packet reservation multiple access, reservation TDMA, multiple access with collision avoidance. All these schemes are introduced under TDMA, which gives a flexible communication or data transmission between two mobile devices. All the drawbacks, all the disadvantages which we have seen in SDMA, FDMA are now resolved by using this TDMA scheme. So TDMA is having several schemes in it, which I told you now. These all schemes will provide packet loss, without packet loss, and smooth traffic monitoring without any delay. All these are performed under time division multiple access. So the time division multiple access scheme will use all the technologies of time division multiplexing in allocating time slots for each and every channel, where allocating frequency to each and every channel is not necessary. Sender and receiver can stay at the same frequency without tuning to other sender or receiver frequency. They have its own frequency band, and that is fixed. Only the thing which is changing here is time slots. sender receiver will stay in the same frequency but separated in time slots. This is seen in time division multiple access. This is all about time division multiple access. There are many more schemes under time division multiple access which will give the complete insight of TDMA. The thing which we have discussed is not a complete explanation for TDMA. There are a multiplexing schemes are there. After looking over those multiplexing schemes, we will get an idea how time slots are divided and how data is transmitted by keeping sender and receiver at the same frequency. This dividing of the time slots plays a major role in time division multiplexing for multiple access and duplex. This is about the introduction of TDMA. Thank you.